Stop explaining yourself to people who choose to misunderstand you. There comes a point in life when we have to stop explaining ourselves, not because we are wrong, not because we have nothing to say, but because we finally understand that peace is more valuable than proving ourselves to everyone. There will always be people who misunderstand us. There will always be people who judge our decisions without knowing our story. There will always be people who hear one side of a situation and immediately create an opinion about who we are. And sometimes, no matter how clearly we explain ourselves, they still won't understand. That's when we need to learn something powerful. We don't have to defend our character in every conversation. We don't have to respond to every rumor. We don't have to correct every false assumption. We don't have to convince everyone that our intentions were good, because if someone is committed to misunderstanding us, our explanation may never be enough, and wasting our energy trying to change their mind can slowly steal our peace. Not everyone deserves an explanation. We often feel pressured to explain ourselves because we care about how people see us. When someone says something untrue about us, our first instinct may be to respond. We want to say, "That's not what happened. You don't understand. Let me explain. I never meant it that way." And sometimes explaining ourselves is necessary. There is a situation where communication matters. There are relationships worth protecting. There are misunderstandings that can be solved through a honest conversation. But we must also recognize the difference between someone who misunderstands us and someone who chooses to misunderstand us. Those are two different things. Someone who genuinely wants to understand will listen. They will also question. They will consider our perspective. They may disagree with us, but they will at least try to understand where we are coming from.
Now listen carefully for the message. Like, subscribe for Henriva Motivational for more powerful life insights and lessons.
And when we keep explaining ourselves to that people, we aren't creating understanding. We are simply exhausting ourselves. People will always have opinions. One of the hardest lessons we can learn is that we cannot control public opinion. No matter how careful we live, somebody will have something to say. If we succeed, some people will say we are lucky. If we fail, some people will say that we knew we couldn't make it. If we become quiet, people may say we are arrogant. If we speak, they may say we talk too much. If we help others, someone may question our motives. If we stop helping, someone may call us selfish. Think about that. If we spend our entire lives trying to satisfy every opinion around us, when will we actually have time to live our own lives? We can't build a meaningful future while constantly looking over our shoulders to see who approves. At some point, we have to accept that people will talk. Learn them. Our responsibility is not to control every opinion. Our responsibility is to control our character. Let our actions speak. There is a certain kind of peace that comes when we stop trying to prove ourselves with words. Instead, we allow our actions to speak. If someone thinks we are lazy, let our consistency speak. If someone thinks we are incapable, let our growth speak. If someone doubts our intentions, let our character speak. If someone spreads rumors, let time reveal the truth. We don't always need to respond immediately. Sometimes silence isn't weakness. Sometimes silence is wisdom. We don't remain silent because we are afraid. We remain silent because we understand that not every battle deserves our energy. Our life is too variable to spend every day responding to accusations, gossip, criticism, and opinions. We have goals, we have dreams, we have responsibilities, we have people who genuinely love us, we have a future that still needs to be built. Why would we surrender all that to people who may not even be thinking about us tomorrow? Protect our peace. Peace is expensive. It costs us the desire to always be understood. It costs us the need to always be right. It costs us the habit of responding to everything. Sometimes protecting our peace means walking away from an argument. Sometimes it means refusing to participate in gossip. Sometimes it means leaving a message unanswered. Sometimes it means accepting that someone will never see our side of the story. And that's okay. We don't need everyone to understand us. We need to understand ourselves. We need to know our intentions. We need to know whether we are living according to ourselves. We need to be honest with ourselves about our mistakes. Because there is an important difference between ignoring criticism and learning from criticism. We should never become so defensive that we refuse to accept correction. If we are wrong, we should be humble enough to admit it. If we hurt someone, we should apologize. If we make a mistake, we should learn from it. But once we have honestly examined ourselves, corrected what needs correcting, and done our part, we don't have to spend the rest of our lives trying to convince everyone else. We cannot control the story people talk about us. Everyone carries a different version of us in their mind. To one person, we may be kind. To another person, we may be difficult. Someone else, we may be inspiring. And to another person, we may be the problem. What version is the real about us? The truth is, people often see us through the lens of their own experiences, expectations, emotions, and assumptions. That's why we cannot build our identity entirely around other people's opinions. If our identity depends on everyone approving of us, we will always be unstable. One compliment will make us feel unvaluable. One criticism will make us question ourselves. One negative comment will destroy our confidence. But when we know who we are, criticism doesn't have the same power over us. We can listen without being destroyed. We can learn without losing ourselves. We can accept that someone doesn't like us without believing that something is wrong with us. Stop attending every courtroom. Imagine someone accusing us of something. Instead of defending ourselves immediately, imagine simply asking, is this person important to my future? Does their opinion change the truth? Is this situation worth my energy? Will responding actually solve anything? Those questions can save us from countless unnecessary arguments. Because sometimes we behave as if every accusation requires a response. And it doesn't. We don't have to attend every courtroom where our name is mentioned. We don't have to stand before every audience and defend our character. Sometimes the best response is to continue living well. Let rumors stand. Let the opinions exist. Let people believe what they choose. We have a legacy to build. Time reveals what words cannot. One of the most powerful things about time is that it exposes consistency. Someone can pretend for a day, someone can create a story in an hour, someone can spread a rumor in minutes, but character is revealed over years. Consistency is difficult to fake. A person who consistently does good will eventually be recognized for it. A person who consistently lies will eventually reveal themselves. A person who genuinely works hard will eventually produce results. A person who builds with patience will eventually have something to show. That's why we shouldn't panic when people misunderstand us today. Our lives are still being written. One chapter does not define the entire story. Someone may judge us based on our past, but they don't know what we are becoming. Someone may remember our worst mistake, but they haven't seen the growth that came after. Someone may underestimate us because of where we started, but they don't know where we are going. So keep moving. We don't need to win every argument. Sometimes we confuse winning an argument with winning life, but they are not the same thing. We can win an argument and lose our peace. We can prove our point and damage relationship. We can have the last word and still regret the conversation. There are moments when maturity means saying, I understand that you see it differently, and walking away. Not every disagreement needs a winner. Sometimes peace is the victory. Sometimes walking away is strength. Sometimes silence is the most powerful answer we can give. We should choose our battles carefully because our energy is limited. And every hour spent fighting unnecessary battles is an hour that could have been spent building something meaningful. Don't let rumors distract us from our purpose. Imagine spending years building something important, a career, a business, a family, a ministry, a creative dream, a personal transformation. Then imagine allowing one person's opinion to make us abandon everything. That's how powerful distraction can become. People may talk while we are building, they may criticize while we are growing, they may laugh while we are struggling, but we cannot allow their voices to become louder than our purpose. We need to keep moving. There will be seasons when nobody understands what we are doing. There will be seasons when our progress is invisible. There will be seasons when we feel like our efforts aren't producing anything. But growth often happens quietly. The foundation is built before the building becomes visible. So don't abandon the mission simply because people don't understand the process. Our peace doesn't require their permission. We sometimes wait for someone to apologize before we allow ourselves to move forward. We wait for someone to admit they were wrong. We wait for someone to understand our intentions. We wait for someone to finally recognize our value. But what if they never do? Are we going to remain trapped forever? We have to learn how to release what we can control. Forgiveness doesn't always mean reconnecting. Moving forward doesn't mean protecting nothing happening. Peace doesn't mean everyone suddenly agrees with us. Peace means we stop allowing someone else behavior to control our inner world. We can acknowledge what happened. We can learn from it. We can establish boundaries, and we can keep moving. Let our legacy be bigger than the rumors. One day the things that feel so important today may not matter anymore. The argument will be forgotten. The comment will disappear. The rumor will lose its audience. The criticism will become irrelevant. But what we build can remain. Our character can remain. The people who helped can remember us. The lives we touched can carry something we gave them. The work we created can continue. That's why we should think about beyond today's opinions. Ask ourselves, what am I building? What kind of person am I becoming? What will remain after these temporary conversations are forgotten? Those questions are more important than who is talking about me, who doesn't like me, who misunderstood me. Our attention should be on what lasts. Choose purpose over popularity. Popularity is temporary. Approval is unstable. Opinions change. But purpose can give us direction. If we live only to be liked, we will eventually compromise ourselves. We will say yes when we should say no. We will remain where we should live. We will hide our convictions because we fear criticism. We will abandon our dreams because someone laughed at them. We will be exhausted trying to maintain an image that was never truly ours. Instead, let us choose purpose. Let us choose integrity. Let us choose growth. Let us choose peace. Let us become people who can look in the mirror and honestly say, I know I am not perfect, but I am becoming better. That's enough. So if someone misunderstands us today, breathe. We don't have to panic. We don't have to write a long explanation. We don't have to respond to every message. We don't have to correct every rumor. We don't have to prove our worth to everyone. Let's examine ourselves honestly. If we are wrong, let's change. If we have hurt someone, let's apologize. If there is something we need to fix, let's fix it. But after doing our part, let us release the need to control everyone's opinion. Let them speak. Let them believe what they want. Let them create their own conclusions. We know the life we are building. We know the battles we have survived. We know the lessons we have learned. And most importantly, we know that our future deserves more attention than people's opinions. Our peace is not found in the court of the public opinion. Our peace is found in knowing that we are doing our best to live with integrity. So let's stop explaining ourselves to people who are committed to misunderstanding us. Let's stop chasing approval. Let's stop fighting every unnecessary battle. Let's stop allowing rumors to consume our attention. Instead, let's become quiet, strong, wise, more focused. Let our actions speak. Let our consistency speak. Let our growth speak. Let our character speak. And let time tell the story. Because we don't have to do it forever. Our time is limited. Our energy is limited. Our attention is limited. And there is a world of purpose waiting for us to build. So let them talk. We have work and continue work. We have dreams to pursue. We have people to impact. We have the life to live. And above all, we have a legacy to build.